The holidays may be over, but the scams are far from it. So in this picture, you have two men who are out of California who committed a major gift card fraudulent scheme using Target gift cards. Now, these men are out of California, and this happened in Fairfax, Virginia. I don't know if they relocated to Virginia or if they were visiting, but either way, they're not from the state of Virginia. Now, they got caught in a gift card ring using Target gift cards where they were caught with around or a little more than 1,000 Target gift cards. Not $1,000 for a gift card worth of gift cards, but 1,000 gift cards, which means it could have totaled well over $1,000. Like if hypothetically say each card was worth $100. Hell, even if each card was worth 50, this is there's a lot of money that they were being fraudulent with and were using Target gift cards to do it. The Franconia Police District have arrested two California men involved in a complex fraud ring involving altered Target gift cards. Officers were alerted by Target's asset protection on Wednesday, December 20th, to two men who were altering gift cards in their store and had done the same thing earlier in the day at a Target store in Manassas. Officers saw the two men stocking the shelves with gift cards and detained them. And they actually have a picture of the cards where they actually were using. If I can retrieve that picture off of this site, then I'll insert it in here as well. The suspects were found in possession of altered Target gift cards. Officials believe the cards are linked to an outside account which takes money from a would-be buyer and deposits it into the fraudster's gift card account instead of the buyer's. Okay, that now it makes sense. I kind of figured that's what it was before I read it, but I wanted to make sure that that's what it was before I jumped the gun and was slightly incorrect. But I kind of figured that's what they were doing. They put up fake cards with hopes that people would buy them, and then when a person paid for the card, instead of it going on the gift card like it would traditionally do, it would go into their account or go to a card that they had. A search of the suspect's vehicle uncovered numerous altered Target gift cards and evidence of a larger fraud ring in the region and extending into states across the country. In total, officers recovered just under 1,000 altered gift cards. The first suspect has been identified as 32-year-old Ranji He of California. He was charged with 10 felony counts of obtaining money by false pretense credit card theft and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit larceny. He was taken to the Fairfax County ADC and has since been released on bond. The second suspect, for some reason, I don't know why the article didn't mention their name, but they got their age. But the second suspect has been identified as a 27-year-old of California. He was charged with 4 felony counts of obtained money by false pretense, 9 counts of credit card theft, and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit larceny. He was taken to the Fairfax County ADC and is currently being held on no bond. So I'm curious as to why one of them was released on bond and why the other one was not when they were both working this scheme with each other. That makes no sense to me. And the crazy part about it is the one that was released on bond had one more felony count than the other person who was not released on bond. The one who was released had 10 felony counts. The other had 9, but they released the one who had 10 but kept the one who had 9. That's kind of backwards to me. I personally would have had it where they both had no bond and you kept them there until they got a court date. Because at the end of the day, that's the one I can't stand. Scammers are some of the worst people. You got people that work hard for all of the money that they've earned, and sometimes they got to work really hard to get what they have, especially if it's not just them or they want to contribute, because these are gift cards, so these are most likely gifts to people. And this was the perfect setup. This is the perfect crime for them at the perfect time, because at this point everyone's shopping. Gift cards are some of the easiest gifts to give away, because again, if you know what a person likes as far as maybe a store, you can just get them a gift card and they can go splurge in that store, opposed to trying to figure out what item they like and you get it's not the right thing, or maybe it's not something that they want. With a gift card, you really can't go wrong. You just find out what store they like or they love, get the gift card and let them spend it the way that they want, to their heart's content. And here you are thinking that You spent money to get this gift card. The whole time the card didn't even activate like you thought it would, and it went to them. So imagine the person you gave this gift card to, like say it was valued at $100. They go to use it and they say, oh, this card isn't activated. The person that you gave that gift card to, they're going to think you were playing a prank on them at the very least, if they don't get too upset. Then on top of that, when you go and check your bank statements and like, wait a minute, I could have sworn that I put $100 on this gift card, it went through. Then you go and look it actually and see it went somewhere else. And then who knows if you're going to be able to retrieve that money. Because like I tell you, take it as a person who has been a victim of identity theft on more than one occasion. It happened years ago, and trust me, it is no fun. Somebody somehow got a hold of my information right after I graduated from college and was using it to pay an AT&T bill all the way in the state of North Carolina. First of all, I didn't even live in North Carolina. Two, I don't have AT&T. So I knew that wasn't me. Then I have to get an investigation done. You have to pay for that. Mind you, I'm just graduating from college. I wasn't even working at the time. So to have to spend out money for a quote unquote investigation to get done, to get that stuff taken care of, and that's money you're not going to get back. I'm glad it got taken care of, but at the end of the day, it could have been a whole lot worse. Then something similar almost happened with my phone currently with who I'm with, which is Verizon. A couple years ago, somebody attached like 3 iPhones to my account. At the time, I didn't even have an iPhone. I was still working with the Android. So I was like, wait a minute, where did these 3 random accounts come from? And what they tried to do is they tried to put my name on all 3 phones in 3 different ways, and then try to put the phone number there that was kind of similar to my phone, but not exactly. They might have changed 1 or 2 digits. Like I wouldn't see that. And I had to call my phone company carrier and say, look, that's not mine. I don't know who that is, but I'm not paying that bill. And a good thing, you check. And they got it taken care of. But I believe that was an inside job. I believe somebody who works for Verizon actually did that. They got a hold of my information and then attached 3 phones to that account like I was going to pay for it. I absolutely not. Got those 3 things snatched up off the phone and got like some extra layer of protection to my account so that shit wouldn't happen again. I didn't even mean to cuss, but that just pissed me off. Like I said, I cannot stand scammers, con artists, thieves. Those are some of the worst type of criminals. Like they rank pretty high for me, like right up there with violators and deleters. So these 2 right here, they deserve every punishment they should get. They should not have released that one on bond. He should still be locked up along with his comrade. And they need to find all the other ones that's involved too, because they said this was a ring, so that it means that it's more than just them 2. It's other people that's involved as well. And let's just address the elephant in the room, because I didn't get the chance to do it in the beginning. This is the so-called model minority acting up again. Where is the AAPI to speak on this? And I don't want to prejudge, but I'm willing to bet that if these are 2 that they found so far who are involved in this ring, I wouldn't be surprised if the others that they do find, if they do locate them and do bring them in, I wouldn't be surprised if they look like them as well. Because typically a lot of the times when people involved with these rings, a lot of the times they all kind of come from a same demographic. Like if a person is operating a particular ring who is PC and you see more than one person there, like maybe 2 or 3, 9 times out of 10 the rest of them are too. Same if they were black, if they were south of the Borderian, Asian, so on and so forth. And I noticed that's a pattern that I've done or I've seen, because speaking of California, that kind of same thing happened out there a couple months ago with a story I was talking about out there, where you had some Romanians who were being jewel thieves. And that was a ring, and they busted a whole bunch of them. So typically when people operate in these rings like that, all of them pretty much identify or are within that same demographic, ethnicity wise. Typically, that's not always the case, but typically it is. You might have 1 or 2 that don't identify, but for the most part, the majority seem to be within that same realm, that same bubble.